Learn from yesterday. Live for today. Hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. The hardest thing to understand in the world is the income tax. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Only two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. The only source of knowledge is experience. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. If people are good only because they fear punishment and hope for reward, then we are a sorry lot indeed. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simple. Education is what remains after one has forgotten. what one has learned in school. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives, and not in what he is able to receive. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Without deep reflection, one knows from daily life that one exists for other people. If you are out to describe the truth, leave elegance to the tailor. Intellectuals solve problems. Geniuses prevent them. The distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion, to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? A question that sometimes drives me hazy. Am I or are the others crazy? Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character. A question that sometimes drives me hazy. Am I or are the others crazy? Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you mine are still greater. When the solution is simple, God is answering. Force always attracts men of low morality. It is strange to be known so universally, and yet to be so lonely. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute, and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute. I think and think for months and years. 99 times, the conclusion is false. The 100th time I am right. The whole of science is nothing more than a refinement of everyday thinking. There is no logical way to the discovery of these elemental laws. There is only the way of intuition, which is helped by a feeling for the order lying behind the appearance. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. I do not believe in immortality of the individual, and I consider ethics to be an exclusively human concern, with no superhuman authority behind it. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts.